Summer is coming up, and if you're trying to plan a family vacation or a weekend getaway, you can get an amazing deal.
That's right. Joining us is Going.com travel expert Katie Nastro. Thanks for joining us. Coming back. So, okay, best time. Let's just start with the best time. When is the best, cheapest time to travel in the summer?
Yeah, look, the summer is a peak season, so it's going to typically be more expensive than other times of the year. However, based on our going data, if you target August, you're going to typically find airfare to be around 30% cheaper than traveling in June or July, specifically those last 2 weeks of August. And that's because kids are going back to school. You're not running into so many people looking to travel all at the specific same time that you would say in July when everybody is off and looking to take advantage of the PTO. So you really can get more affordable prices as well as you're dealing with less people in general. And, all relative though, it's still going to be a busy time of the year because it is still August and a peak season.
Things have really been shaky with the markets. Things are, but this is good for us, apparently.
Yeah, look,
the shake-up.
Yeah, look, average price of airfare is down another 5%. And what we're seeing typically across summer, dates across July and August, we're seeing airfare that we typically see in shoulder seasons and low seasons. Perfect example, New York to London, $397 in August. That's right.
Round trip?
What? Round trip.
What?
Really? $397. That's what we found in the Going app.
We speak the language.
we do. As well as, I know you're a Paris fan.
Yes.
$468 across dates in July and August from New York. Yeah, that's what we found in the Going app.
Non-stop round trip.
Non-stop round trip. That's
Coach.
correct.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. And it's not just Europe that we're also finding deals. We're also finding a lot of great deals up to Canada. New York to Vancouver for $199 round trip. That's typically what we see there are prices in the 500s, 600s across dates in the summer. We're seeing widespread availability, and that is really a collateral from what's going on in the market. So it's not really good. People are sort of pulling back. There's been a softening.
Yeah.
However, if you are looking to spend money on travel, you're going to find it's going to be a lot more affordable, and you have a lot of options this summer if you haven't booked.
Now, is it still true, or is it true, best day of the week to book flights?
Yeah, so there's no perfect best day of the week to book, but if you can target traveling on specific days of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturdays is what we typically find over at Going.
Pop those in first.
Yeah, try to target those if you can. You're not competing with business travelers on those days, so you typically find that prices are a bit more affordable, around 20%, starting out. But again, there's no perfect day and time to book. That is total false information. Wherever you read it, just throw it out the window. It's not true. But if you can, targeting those dates, again, where we see less people traveling in general, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Saturdays.
And what about for families? Try to look for a big room, maybe, with the two queens and get a rollaway bed or get the connecting rooms. What do you advise families?
Yeah, families, look, don't only look at hotels. Also look at apart hotels. Those are sort of a combination of apartments and hotels where you have like a little kitchenette, as well as don't be discouraged from booking with OTAs. Just understand that if something does go wrong, the price difference is definitely going to be there and you might be able to save.
Yeah.
But if something does go wrong and you're booked with an OTA, just understand that you're going through a middle person to then deal with the hotel. You're not dealing with the hotel direct. But a tip that we love to talk about at Going is if you find a price on an OTA, call that hotel directly, see if they'll price match for you, because sometimes they will.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah.
All right. And how do we find you?
Going.com. We also have the Going app, which is the best place to find incredible deals.
Better watch out. You're going to be going. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, as
Come back
always.
soon.
Yes.
Thanks for being with us.
Thanks so
Did we
much.
get all the tips? We got all of them.